Uncertainty now hangs over the lucrative business of the IBOP call centers. 14 days lockdown to curb virus spread. If it's your first time on my channel, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. Uncertainty now hangs over the lucrative business process outscoring BPO sector after the government announced a 14 days lockdown of the industry within the next 24 hours, but has offered exemption to operators who support critical private public sector services. Exemption also applied to work from home arrangement. The move comes amid a swell in COVID-19 infection linked to the Alorica call center, which triggered a lockdown of the parish of St. Catherine, which has a population of around 520,000, or one-fifth of the country. Alorica has accounted for 54% of the national COVID-19 caseload of 223. 120 infections have been tied to the BPO utility. Since the Portmore call center emerged as a hotspot for contagion more than a week ago, there has been a fiery debate over whether BPO should be closed to slow the spread of the new coronavirus. Hard pill to swallow. Gloria Henry, president of the Global Service Association of Jamaica, was available after the announcement by the Prime Minister Andrew Holness, but Yoni Epstein, founder and executive chairman of the Itelbpo Smart Solution, told the Gleaner that the decision was a hard pill to swallow. He believed that the administration buckled under public pressure, but accounts from Alorica staff have offered a narrative of the maladministration in affecting social distancing and sanitization, which caused Health Minister Dr. Christopher Tupton to say the company was in clear breach of regulation. I cannot understand about the term. All I think is the public outcry, the calls for lockdown of BPO from opposition, a private sector public sector, said Epstein yesterday. I wish I was a fly on the wall in cabinet to hear the reasoning for such a decision, but I would not want to be in the government's position right now, because it's a tough decision that they are attempting to make in the interest of the Jamaican people. It will cost the government more than 100 million to quarantine about 500 call centers workers and their contract in state facilities. Prime Minister Andrew Holness, in announcing the lockdown, which takes effect on Wednesday, said it was not an easy decision to close down the sector, but was optimistic of a rebound. He also revealed that outscourging the services that popped up industries such as telecommunication, banking, logistics, and shipping will be allowed to operate, but under strict supervision. I want the country to understand that this was not an easy decision, the Prime Minister said. Closing the BPOs is not a single or absolute action, unless you intend to close them for good or forever, because these operations are not meant to be closed. They are meant to give you 24-hour service, stand-up service through hurricane, national disaster, catastrophe. But while understanding the reaction of the Alorica spread, Epstein argued that this could have affected any other economic activity. It is sad to see what happened at the BPO facility in St. Catherine. but it could have happened at a manufacturing plant, a supermarket, a warehouse, or even at a market. So to lock down an industry for that could possibly kill 30,000 jobs that may never ever come to Jamaica, he argued. Epstein warned that Jamaica, having benefited from a windfall of new accounts from other countries under lockdown, might lose that advantage. Last week, the government announced that all BPOs in Portmore would be closed by virtue of the 7-day lockdown of St. Catherine Parish that took effect on April 15. Tougher measures were also effective for the remaining players. Some 40,000 workers were employed in the sector that attract an estimated investment spend of approximately US 40 million to Jamaica annually, with 68 companies operating mainly in Montego Bay, Mandeville, Portmore, and Kingston. According to Lennox Wallace, parish manager for the St. James Health Department, 33 BPOs companies are located in the resort city of Montego Bay, 4 of which have since closed because of the turn down in business since the emergency of COVID-19 pandemic. The other 29 are operational and have been observing the establishment protocol, Wallace said, but 3 have been given until Friday to address a few minor issues. Of that number, 4 have been utilizing hotel spaces to ensure that the social distancing protocols are observed. The health department said it monitored the facilities every 48 hours. More than 1,300 agents currently working. More than 13,000 agents currently working from home. Wow, it's really a thing because a lot of Jamaicans depends on these jobs. And to close down the facilities, though trying to uphold the distancing law, is also putting a lot of Jamaicans out of job. There's another article that will follow after this one because of the space of time. But my viewers and subscriber, I agree when he said that's a hard pill to swallow. But then again, so many Jamaicans are infected. What are the cause of all this? Are you washing your hands on a regular basis? Are you cleaning those telephone cables? Are your workstation clean? Are you preventing using masks? What are the things that are implemented on your workstation or in your job that you sure will help you to avoid the coronavirus? How do you see the epidemic around you? Do you take it seriously, or you just overlook it and say it's just another thing and you don't really care that much? You know, Jamaica has to understand that we are a people sometimes don't like to be curved, and it doesn't help anybody outside of themselves. As the Prime Minister said, I want the country to understand that this is not an easy decision. Closing the BPO is not a single and absolute action unless you intend to close them down forever, because these operations are not meant to be closed. They are meant to give you 24-hour stand-up service through hurricane, national disaster, catastrophe. My viewers and subscribers, lend me your views on this. Should all the call centers be closed? Should drastic measures be taken? What do you think should be implemented in Jamaica, in all manufacturing companies, call centers, supermarket, business place, home and street, to prevent the COVID-19 from spreading across the 14 parishes that we have in Jamaica? Once again, my viewers and subscribers, this is JCon TV out of Zurich, reporting live to you all, saying stay safe, wash your hands, and most of all, walk in peace, my friend. Shalom.